COVID-19 has affected nearly every aspect of children's lives, but perhaps the most dramatic and most consequential is their education. As we enter the second year of the COVID-19 pandemic, as cases continue to soar around the world, and as countries look to reopen as they await the vaccine, children and young people are missing out on an education. While schools are closed, at least 463 million students had no access to remote learning. And despite our best efforts, an additional 24 million children are at risk of dropping out altogether. This will reverse decades of hard-won progress, a tragedy for children, their communities, and their countries, high, middle, and low-income countries alike. Despite clear evidence that schools are not driving the pandemic, too many countries have opted to keep schools closed, some for nearly a year. Without urgent action, this could easily carry on for more than 2 years. Children are paying a huge cost in their ability to read, write, and do basic math, in their ability to gain 21st century digital skills, in the school meals that millions of children counted on, in their mental health and social development as they miss out on friendships and daily interactions, and in their safety as school closures leave them vulnerable to abuse, child marriage, and child labor. And that's why we are asking all of your offices to make sure that no effort is spared to keep schools open, that authorities put schools first in any local reopening plans, and that any openings are done safely with an eye to mitigating any associated risks. This can be done. We are seeing inspiring examples around the world, from sequenced openings in different parts of a country, to opening schools for different age groups, to new partnerships that are delivering education to marginalized children, and to ensuring that in any lockdown situation, schools are the first thing to reopen and the last to close. And so it's up to us to do what we do best, to work with governments, teachers, and parents to reach every child with education, to follow the evidence which overwhelmingly indicates that schools are not primary drivers of the virus's spread, and to speak up for every child who is missing out on an education. Across country offices and our national committees, help us advocate for every child's right to learn, and reach out if you need support, because children cannot afford another year of school closures. Let us work with partners and authorities to call for safely reopening schools. Let us point them to the evidence and the cost of failing to act. Let us fight for education and the bright future that every child deserves.